Although the town of Lusk only has one working ambulance, the state's top 5 elected officials denied funding to purchase another one. Those opposing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Temple in Cody may find a silver lining to the situation. And a homeless man in Jackson may have his aggravated assault charges dropped since a tourist that he sprayed with bear spray and offered to impregnate can't be found. Bringing you these stories and more from Wyoming's largest news organization, I'm Wendy Core for Cowboy State Daily. Having one working ambulance isn't enough of an emergency to convince the Wyoming State Loan and Investment Board that Lusk, with a population of 1,500, needs another one. On Thursday, the town requested $300,000 from the SLIB's Emergency Mineral Royalty Grant Fund to buy and equip a new ambulance. But Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that the board, made up of the state's 5 top elected officials, voted 3-2 to reject the Lusk ambulance request.
The town had previously had 3 ambulances, but now is only really down to one fully functional ambulance. One of the ambulances has to be immediately retired, and the other one has broken down 5 times while people have been transported inside said ambulances. But the SLIB board rejected their request for a new ambulance, basically saying, yeah, it's bad, but it's not an emergency, so it doesn't qualify for the grant money.
Under state law, to qualify for an emergency mineral royalty grant, a need must be an immediate and direct threat to human safety. The SLIB board rejected all 3 emergency requests it considered on Thursday. Well, the names of those who challenged library books in Colorado cannot be revealed by filing public records requests. That's the ruling handed down by the Colorado Appeals Court Thursday, which may have implications for Wyoming. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland has been following the issue.
Usually when we see a showdown regarding public records law, we see reporters, newspaper editors trying to get documents out of government workers who don't want to release those documents. But in this case, a librarian in Colorado really wanted to release the identities of book challengers to the local newspaper there in Gunnison, but the librarian wasn't sure if it was legal, so he asked the court. The Colorado Court of Appeals has now ruled that the book challenge forms are legal to release, but the names of the challengers need to be redacted because there's a privacy mandate for library services.
Like Colorado, Wyoming exempts library patron records from public record searches. Although there's been vocal opposition to a proposed Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints temple in Cody, one of the few issues those against it have not raised is how the temple could impact neighboring property values. That may be because reports from communities with temples and real estate experts say LDS temples generally significantly boost property values in the neighborhoods they go up in. That's according to political reporter Leo Wolfson.
I spoke to a few different people in Billings about what happened when the temple went up there in 1999. Both of them said that the property values absolutely went up in the neighborhood around the temple, and it became a rather upscale neighborhood when it went in.
The proposed 101-foot-tall temple in Cody will impact neighboring residents' views of Cedar and Rattlesnake Mountains, but it would be difficult for detractors to argue that the buildings themselves are eyesores or that they draw criminal activity to the neighborhoods they are built in. A study also found that there was not a substantial increase in traffic in neighborhoods where temples are built. I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Teton County prosecuting attorney is asking for charges to be dismissed against a homeless man in Jackson who offered to impregnate a tourist, then bear sprayed her in July. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that the tourist is now unreachable, so the felony aggravated assault charge against Dana Richard Arnold could be dropped.
The prosecutor on that case is now asking Judge Melissa Owens to dismiss the case because the victim cannot be reached. The prosecutor filed a motion on Thursday to dismiss the case, saying she keeps making efforts to reach this victim and can't reach her.
Teton County District Court Judge Melissa Owens has not yet ruled on the prosecutor's motion. And outdoors writer Mark Hines is doing a series on hunting in all 23 counties in Wyoming. For Carbon County, Mark says it has a reputation as a paradise for getting elk, deer, and antelope, but devastating winter kill left pickings slim this year.
Carbon County, is really kind of the heart of deer and antelope and a pretty significant elk herd as well. We had this really terrible winter. Cowboy State Daily did a lot of articles about winter kill, and Carbon County was right in the epicenter of it. Their antelope were essentially wiped out. Very scant few left. Same thing with the mule deer in Carbon County, just hammered really badly by the winter kill, so not very many left. But, elk are generally better at surviving. They're just a bigger, hardier animal than deer and antelope, but even the elk were hammered pretty good by the winter. And the red desert elk tag is a hard tag to draw anyway. So Carbon County has some of the best hunting in Wyoming, but for this year at least, it's kind of on hold.
And that's this weekend's news. If you're ready to unlock your daily dose of Wyoming, sign up for the Cowboy State Daily newsletter to stay in the know. Some of the best local reporting in the Cowboy State will be delivered to your inbox daily. Just sign up at www.cowboystatedaily.com. I'm Wendy Core for Cowboy State Daily.